Hi, Mike Kennedy with you. I've got some items I bought rather than filming in the store this time. Well, I did in Goodwill, but I just thought I'd show you some of the items. From Goodwill, bread machine book. This is by someone who's got a James Beard Award winner. That's kind of like the Nobel Prize of cooking, I guess. And 300 favorite recipes. What's interesting, though, is there's 25 pages. They call it orientation, talking about bread machines, and whatever. So these are all recipes for the bread machine. So it'll be interesting to see how some of these come out, thinking that maybe this person who wrote this was more careful about the recipes and did them and stuff like that. Talks about different cycles and different things. It's funny, there's a bookmark. You can see that. If I open that up, it opens up to the conversion factors. In other words, half a cup of butter equals 4 ounces equals 1 stick. Talking about eggs, how much liquids in eggs, how much bread flour and whole wheat flour, 1 cup is 5 ounces, sugars, cups to tablespoons. But anyway, kind of a handy thing to have. But usually when I make bread now, I just use the machine for the first cycles, for the rise, the first rise, and then I'll take it out and shape it into something like rolls, do that rise, and then cook them. And I haven't done as many where I just leave the bread in the bread machine, but I'm going to with this, and we'll see how I make out. So that was from Goodwill. I got a couple children's books too. Oh, this is interesting. Into Marden's, our salvage and supply store that we have in Maine. And Thicket, marked way down. Now, what's Thicket? Thicket is something, again, for people with swallowing disorder, for dysphagia, which my wife has. And you, depending on the consistency you need, you put differing amounts of this in a liquid like tea or water. And it helps the person not to have problems when they're swallowing. It kind of changes I would say, you might say thickness, but I would think the correct word is I forgot. So let's just see how thick it is. But anyway, there we go. Big savings on that. And they have this every once in a while. So I might even go back and buy some more. This one's out August 2023, but the other one I bought was I think it was October 23. So and I honestly think this probably doesn't, if this goes past the date, most dry items that go past the date, the best used by date is different than that expiration date. And these are best used by dates. So we got that. Oh, then at Marden's too, we had, this is kind of interesting. They had a number of Mountain House meals. They have camping stuff. So they got a bunch of different tents. Nothing, I would say, it's high end, but they have tents, sleeping pads, and what else did I see? I don't know. They had a lot of tents, less expensive tents, but they had Mountain House meals. Now it's interesting. It's interesting here. I just feel this one's poking out through the bag here. Well, we know we're going to try that soon. But these are the Mountain House meals. So these were 8. Of course, these have gone up in price. These are best if used by, the one here is August 32. And this one is August 52. So they're very in date. But just to mention some things people will think about how practical these are. And, you know, if you're out camping or something like that, hiking, I mean, this is what a lot of people use. This brand tends to be the better brand. There are some more, I don't know, companies that have shown up recently that are doing different meals and, you know, billing themselves as premium, but then they cost quite a bit more. And I just wanted to highlight here that all of these things generally, if you're going to use these solely as amount of food, you're going to have to eat way more of them than they say. Because, of course, here we've got, and this is supposed to be 2 servings, right? 580 calories only. So even if you had 3 of these a day, it isn't putting you up to the over 2,000 calorie mark. Especially if you're hiking and things, you're going to need a lot more than that. So we've got, this one is fettuccine Alfredo with chicken. What I'll do down in the comments, I didn't think to scan these and find what I can find for prices somewhere else. And then this one is breakfast skillet. So if you've ever tried these, and we'll try that other one later, you basically open the package, you know, the notch. You carefully add 1 1/4 cups or 10 ounces of boiling water. Stir carefully and close zipper. Then you wait 5 minutes. So what I could say about these that's interesting is these are all freeze-dried. That's why they're light, and that's why they reconstitute so easily. The freeze-dried tends to, if it's put in the right container, last really, really long, because basically the water's out of there. They put a moisture absorber in usually, or an oxygen absorber. So they're going to take an extremely long time. Like I say, this one's almost 20 years that it's going to take before they say the best use by date. But like I say, it's still not a lot of calories per thing. You'd want to be, you know, I was reading something, and this was talking about, I forget what it was talking about, these are MREs, saying that, well, gee, you could have this for the main part of your meal, but then you're still going to have to add things that you might have foraged or whatever. But to really have enough of these to eat, you'd need quite a bit more, because say these are running 600 calories. 6 times 6 is 36, so 3,600 calories would be 6 of these. So 6 times 8, say you're going to eat that many of them, would be $56, and that would be on a sale price per day. So, and I picked that amount of calories because, you know, supposedly if you're out hiking, you're burning up a lot of calories. And so you'd want to have this. People, I listened to someone talking about the amount of weight they lost during their hiking on the Appalachian Trail. And they said something like in the first 25 days, they lost 20 pounds. And that could be good or bad. Depends on where the pounds are. But, and whether that was primarily fat, or actually, if it was a lean person, and then it would actually be, you'd be eating your own muscle mass, which is happening when you don't have enough food in you and you're still exercising a lot. So anyway, I thought that was interesting. Like I say, I'll post in the thing below what those prices are normally. And then the last thing I think I want to mention yeah, that's the last thing. Harbor Freight, $4 soldering iron. So, you know, this is certainly it says featherweight iron with pencil handle for delicate soldering jobs. So, and indeed it is that you can get different tips for these. A lot of times you want more of a flat edge on things, but this would be for finer work or maybe more occasional work. So this was 4, and then you can see this little tube of solder in here. That was separate for $2.99, I think it was. So I got that and I just stuck it in there so it all be in one package. So Harbor Freight is always running sales. I mean, companies that always run sales, you want to wait until they have sales. Why would you shop there and pay full price? And they have this other thing, the Insiders Club, where you pay a certain amount. I forget if it's 30 or 35, then you get a better discount on things. And they had some items marked that were only discounted for those people. So anyway, there we go. The haul for yesterday. So I was really happy with the items I got and the prices I paid for them. Bye.